Kenny Rani from rural Navua. And we're going to split this into two sections, question and answer, and then some small stories from me, I guess, about the journey that I've been on in elite sport in the last 10 years. I feel like I should be making some jokes. English, I'm trying to break away from that stereotype of being boring and sensible, but I am boring and sensible. So you're not going to get any jokes off me tonight. I'll tell you, I like hearing stories, so I'm going to tell you a few of my own. The first one was when I was at Cambridge University, the very first day in lectures, and we got told this story about a young lawyer, and this young lawyer was ambitious and bright and wanted to be the best lawyer in the company. And to do that, he had to outfox the wise old lawyer that was being the top of his game for 20 years, never lost a case. So he thought, he came up with an idea. He'd walk into the courtroom and he'd say to the wise lawyer, "I've got a bird in my hand. Is it alive or is it dead?" And if he said it was alive, he'd slowly squeeze his hand and suffocate the bird and drop it down. And if it said it was dead, well, he'd just open his palm and off it would fly. It was a foolproof strategy. So in he went, and he asked the same question: "Is this bird in my hand alive or dead?" And the wise lawyer said, "The answer to your question lies in your own hands." And that point, I guess, they were trying to make to me in the first day at Cambridge was that actually, when it comes down to it, you're the one that's responsible for everything you do. You can't blame circumstances. You can change them. You can make them fit you. But success is down to how hard and how much you're willing to put into it. And when I often get asked, what do you look for in a rugby player? It's not ability. It's not that chance to be able to beat someone with their footwork. It's important, but number one is attitude. You have to have that never say die attitude. You have to have that never give up attitude. You have to have the no shortcuts attitude. And we're slowly producing with the Fiji Sevens team a group of players that I know have that attitude, and I've seen it in other sports, in Fiji as well. But for me, number one is attitude. I'm currently the Fiji Sevens head coach. I was England Sevens coach. I was a teacher in a 3,500 pupil inner city school. I was a 16-year-old collecting bottles in the factory. I was a 15-year-old collecting golf balls on the driving range, and it's a dangerous job when you're ginger on a driving range and collecting golf balls, I can tell you. And my job changes, but my purpose, why I do what I do, hasn't. And you have to work out what your purpose is as a coach, as a trainer, as a player. And for me, I want to get the best out of people. That's what I wanted to do as a teacher. That's what I want to do as a coach. I get the most reward seeing players and people that become better people, better players. And it adds to me. So that purpose is important. Your goals are incredibly important, because when you have the right tools, you can navigate to whatever journey you want, and it keeps you on task. So if you know what your goal is, now we have a goal, a big goal, to win a gold medal in Rio in 18 months' time. But don't clap too soon. We have a big goal, but luckily success isn't measured on the destination. It's not on the end result. Success is constant. And if you have a goal and you know what you need to get to, then you plan your path. And so you plan the type of rugby that we want to play. You plan the type of athlete you want, the type of person you want. When you get to the biggest game Fiji will ever play in their history up until this point, which hopefully will be Olympic final in 18 months, you need to have players that can deal with that pressure, are able to be the best they possibly can be. And so every time we're doing something now with the team, I always ask myself, will this make us better?